Hello, I'm Dr. Jack Wolfson, board certified cardiologist, and I want to tell you about the best tests for atrial fibrillation. Really, what we need to do is we need to figure out why you've got atrial fibrillation. And to do that, we have to find out the cause is. Most traditional cardiologists that I used to work with, they do not look for the cause of atrial fibrillation. They just prescribe pharmaceuticals. They recommend ablations or cardioversions. What we need to do is find the cause. When we find the cause, we have the cure. Oftentimes we can reverse atrial fibrillation, or if you do wind up going for an ablation, it is most likely to be successful if we make you the best version of you. And that's why we do this process of test, don't guess. So we all need to become detectives to figure out why you have atrial fibrillation, and that'll be the key to longevity and success. Again, about me, I was a senior partner in a large cardiology group in Arizona for 10 years. Director of cardiology medicine and cardiac rehab. I was voted Phoenix top doctor in 2011, top 50 functional medicine doctor, 5 times top holistic MD, international speaker and author. My 2 books, The Paleo Cardiologist, The Natural Way to Heart Health, and then also as a contributor to the integrative textbook of cardiovascular medicine. I was also, and I am the founder at naturalheartdoctor.com. So what we look for is we look at 6 different tests. We call this level 2 testing. We start off with Vibrant America, and Vibrant America is the most advanced cardiovascular analysis. We're looking at markers of inflammation, oxidative stress, which again, inflammation is highly linked to atrial fibrillation. If you have inflammation, if you have oxidative stress, we need to figure out why you have those, and we need to reverse those. That'll be successful for your AFIB. In addition, we look at advanced lipids, so not just the basics of total cholesterol, LDL, HDL, but much more advanced, including LP(a). LP(a) linked to AFIB, thyroid linked to AFIB, advanced blood sugar analysis, homocysteine, uric acid. Again, these are all known to be risk factors for atrial fibrillation. And if we find out you're abnormal and we fix those, then that again is the key to resolving your atrial fibrillation. Micronutrient testing is test number 2, where we look at the blood and inside of the cells for things like magnesium and potassium, intracellular. Again, those are highly correlated with atrial fibrillation. We look at advanced vitamins, where we're looking at vitamins A, C, D, E, K1, K2, and all of the B vitamins. Again, deficiencies are linked to atrial fibrillation. All the different minerals, as we mentioned, magnesium, potassium, but others, selenium, manganese, iron, many more that we're looking at to give us good information. We'll also assess the fatty acid profile, and the main one there is omega-3s. You want to make sure you've got high omega-3s inside of your blood cells, which therefore means you're at lower risk of atrial fibrillation and also lower risk of stroke. CoQ10 is inside that analysis. Glutathione, the body's main antioxidant, is inside of that. Again, people with higher levels of glutathione, lower risk of atrial fibrillation. You need to know, test, don't guess. Leaky gut is the 3rd test. This is called the wheat zoomer, where we look at markers of intestinal permeability. So again, if things get inside the body that don't belong, now they get in, they set up the immune system activation linked to AFib. Inflammation, oxidative stress linked to AFib. We look at gluten antibodies, wheat antibodies. Essentially, I think that a lot of atrial fibrillation is autoimmune, and this test helps us to figure that out. Mold mycotoxins is test number 4. And mold mycotoxins, the fungus among us, over 30 different toxins in our environment, in our home or in our food. And again, we need to know, do not assume that you are not being exposed to mold. Assume you are, test, don't guess. Let's find out, because the mold mycotoxins are these toxins released from the mold that get into the environment, get into our bodies, and cause inflammation, and ultimately, I think, lead to atrial fibrillation. So let's figure that out. Environmental toxins, again, over 40 different environmental toxins that we test for. Pesticides, phthalates, parabens, VOCs, plastics. Again, all of these can contribute to leaky gut, to inflammation, to oxidative stress, and lead to AFib. If you don't know if you have these things, you're being shortchanged. You're not deficient in pharmaceuticals. You may be deficient in vitamins and minerals. You may have an excess of inflammation and these environmental toxins and mold mycotoxins. And then last but not least, we look at 20 different toxic metals in your body in the process of test, don't guess. All these metals interfere with the function of magnesium, potassium, and the other nutrients that you do need. So that is the 6-test level 2 testing of what we do. If you want to order level 2 testing, go to naturalheartdoctor.com. You can also call us 480-535-6844. This is your analysis to test, don't guess. Let's help you resolve the atrial fibrillation naturally and help you on your way to your 100-year heart to live your best life. Now, you're welcome to have a free consultation with these results with one of our Natural Heart Doctor coaches. They are fantastic to review the process and all the test results with you and get you on your path. You're also available to review the tests with Dr. Lauren Latanza, our naturopathic physician, to go over these test results. So again, I'm Dr. Jack Wolfson, board certified cardiologist at Natural Heart Doctor, your home for the 100-year heart. Atrial fibrillation has a cause and atrial fibrillation has a cure. We can do so with reducing and eliminating the need for pharmaceuticals and avoiding dangerous procedures like the ablation. Thank you so much.